Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and we will begin sorting. Okay, so how this process works is we of course have our original dispenser from subtask 1. We haven't really made any real modifications to it. There was no need to. It worked pretty much exactly how we needed to. The only thing we did was add this funnel here to be able to put it onto our ramp. So from there,
we also noted that as the marbles go down the ramp, they tend to have speed from the lift. So in our initial design, we didn't have a bumper blockade here to stop the marbles. But as we tested and used our design process, we realized that it was smarter to have a blockade here to stop the marbles so that they could then start their down run down the ramp.
right, that was able to kind of give them a way to start to turn around and start going this way. So from there, they'll go down to here, and we can open this up and see what's going on inside. So every time this motor turns, it turns both of these mechanisms here. This one turns and flips a marble onto this level where it can be read by the color sensor. After it's read by the color sensor, our mess of case statements over here takes in the RGB and even the reflected values and compares based off of that. And once it compares, and our flow chart for that will be on our design notebook if you'd like to see that. Anyways, back to over here, we have this train of gears here that's connecting both of these together to rotate at the same time. The color sensor will take a reading of what color it is, and based on that, since this is a yellow, it will go and turn this motor over here. And then this will again turn, spitting out the marble into the correct slot. That's how we sort by color, and from there, we sort by size. So as you can see, I'll take a small yellow and a large yellow. And the larger marbles go all the way to the end of these Lego pieces here, whereas the small ones drop out almost immediately. They'll go down this short little ramp right here and fall out, and the larger ones will fall out about here. The plan, continuing from here, is to have two separate tracks going down from yellow, red, white, blue, and of course they're steel and HDPE if needed. And that's how we will sort mechanically by size.
So we also, in our design process, came across a couple of issues with our case structures. So what we had to do, if you'll note in our design notebook, is we wrote down all the values and tested all the values for RGB, reflectivity, and even plain color from the sensor. And so we created a couple of different ideas and case structure patterns for identifying by color. And then we ran into issues with the fact that the colors would consistently misread. So that's why we added this operating lid, which would reduce ambient light, and we still had slight issues. So we have, if you notice, the ramp goes down, and as the ramp goes down, there's dark Legos in there, and the track is black as well. And then since this first track will isolate the marbles and ensuring they go down one at a time, that also reduces the issues in misreading the color. And that's something we found out through testing and trying different colors of Legos, and eventually decided to add this hat in order to reduce the light. And we even added a cloth lid right here to reduce even more ambient light within our structure.